that lies, I ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need a Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got.
Back now on EA Sports as we welcome you to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in control of the football as we get back to the action in the first quarter. 2nd and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
It's 2nd down.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Giants 7, Panthers nothing.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Now back to throw. And he's got his target. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Joey Sly.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Down at the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield finds his tight end Ingram. 7 yards the pick up there.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's complete to Slayton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
1st and goal.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
Looking end zone, but it's Incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. Brings up second and goal.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Complete to number
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
The kicker on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now out come the Giants. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Complete to number 83.
And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime with it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Panthers 14.
The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Back to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the 3rd quarter. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know, head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Takes it at the 7. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
That's good.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Singletary again. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered. The 30, 20, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They go right back to Singletary. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Receiving team.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And we're back now in Charlotte. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. The holding penalty negates a good return as they'll start just past the 20. Back to throw now on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And this is going to be a Panthers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And at the 34-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up second down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this first down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes him.
That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments. And you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half. It gets ugly in the second half. They come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down.
Defense.
The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Mayfield on first down. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 77 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. A minute 51 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 25 yards that time. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Lorenzo Carter in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
It's 3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Singletary to get the drive started. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Here's Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Mayfield. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
Mayfield's pass complete to Duke Johnson.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone, and they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll look to throw. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
To Ian Thomas.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 3. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT.
Touchdown, Panthers. In overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game. where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Carolina, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.